Okay, so let's dive in. On March 6th, 2025, SpaceX launched its Starship mega rocket from Starbase, Texas. This was the 8th test flight of this behemoth, a 403-foot tall rocket, designed to be the world's largest and most powerful, capable of carrying both crew and cargo to destinations beyond Earth. This launch came just 2 months after a previous attempt that ended in a fiery explosion, scattering debris over the Turks and Caicos Islands. Naturally, all eyes were on this mission. This time, SpaceX was aiming for a controlled descent into the Indian Ocean after an hour-long flight. Viva had Starlink satellites on board for deployment practice, really putting the rocket through its paces. The initial liftoff appeared flawless. The Super Heavy booster, the powerhouse of the rocket responsible for the initial ascent, successfully returned to the launch pad. Guided by those incredible giant mechanical arms, it's quite a sight to behold. However, just minutes after separating from the booster Starship's upper stage, the part that would continue the journey into space experienced multiple engine shutdowns. This led to an uncontrolled spin back towards Earth, and sadly, the live feed cut off before we could see the final outcome. SpaceX confirmed the loss of contact and issued a statement that echoed their sentiment after the last explosive test. "We fly to learn, and we're learning a lot. Progress isn't always linear." It underscores their commitment to rapid testing as a key to faster development. They're not afraid of setbacks, seeing each test as a crucial step forward. And you might be thinking, 2 explosions in a row. Is this a sign that Starship is doomed? No, not necessarily. While the upper stage failure is a definite setback, the successful booster recovery actually marks significant progress towards SpaceX's goal of full and rapid reusability for Starship. Think about it. Landing the massive Super Heavy booster back on a launch pad intact means it could potentially be used again, drastically reducing the cost of future launches. This reusability factor is crucial for SpaceX's ambitious plans, everything from supporting NASA's lunar missions to potentially even Elon Musk's dream of establishing a Martian colony by 2050. Imagine a fleet of these colossal rockets shuttling between planets. That's the vision SpaceX is working towards. This test flight also offered a glimpse into how SpaceX plans to deploy its next-generation Starlink satellites. They had 4 mock satellites on board, essentially stand-ins for the real deal, which were intended to be released as practice for future missions. It's a testament to Starship's enormous payload capacity and its potential to revolutionize satellite deployment, making space-based internet access even more accessible in the future. But let's get back to the upper stage failure. While SpaceX hasn't released specifics about what went wrong, we do know they made some key design changes to the Starship for this flight. They redesigned the flaps, computers, and the fuel system, all in an effort to not just reach space, but to eventually land the entire spacecraft back at the launch site, just like the booster. It's an incredibly ambitious goal, and this incident shows just how challenging it is. Remember, SpaceX operates on a learn fast, iterate faster principle. Every launch, success or failure, provides invaluable data for refining Starship. Each test flight, and yes, even the ones that don't go exactly as planned, is a step closer to achieving their goals. It's a reminder that progress isn't always a straight line. Sometimes it's a thrilling, fiery roller coaster ride. This incident brings to light a crucial aspect of SpaceX's approach. They view these tests as opportunities to push the boundaries of what's possible, knowing that setbacks are inevitable along the way. And while this test didn't achieve a controlled landing for the upper stage, it did showcase the remarkable progress they've made in reusability. Imagine the implications of a fully reusable Starship. It could dramatically reduce the cost of accessing space, opening up a whole new era of possibilities. Think about it. More frequent launches, larger payloads, more ambitious missions. It's a game changer for space exploration. And SpaceX isn't just focused on reaching orbit. Their sights are set much farther. Starship is designed to be a versatile spacecraft capable of missions to the Moon, Mars, and even beyond. It's a critical component of NASA's Artemis program, which aims to establish a sustainable presence on the Moon. And of course, it plays a central role in the Elon Musk vision of colonizing Mars, a vision that once upon a time seemed like pure science fiction, but now feels increasingly within reach. This test flight may not have gone perfectly according to plan, but it's important to remember that failure is a crucial part of innovation. Every launch, every test provides valuable data that SpaceX uses to refine their designs and improve their technology. They're not afraid to take risks, to experiment, to learn from their mistakes. And that's what sets them apart, that relentless pursuit of progress, that willingness to push the boundaries of what's possible. Now let's shift our focus to another intriguing aspect of this mission, the deployment of the mock Starlink satellites. While the primary objective was to test the Starship's capabilities, the secondary goal highlights SpaceX's commitment to expanding of Starlink network. For those unfamiliar, Starlink is a constellation of satellites designed to provide high-speed internet access to even the most remote corners of the globe. It's already revolutionizing connectivity for millions of people, and SpaceX has ambitious plans to significantly increase the number of satellites in orbit. Here's where Starship comes in. Its massive payload capacity makes it the ideal vehicle for deploying these next-generation Starlink satellites. Imagine a future where thousands of these satellites are seamlessly launched and positioned in orbit, creating a truly global internet infrastructure. It's a vision that could transform communication as we know it, connecting people and communities in ways we can only begin to imagine. This test flight, with its mix of successes and challenges, provides a glimpse into the future of space exploration. generation. It's a future where reusability, ambition, and a relentless drive for innovation are pushing us further and faster than ever before. SpaceX's journey with Starship is really a testament to their iterative design process. Each test flight, whether deemed a success or a setback, yields invaluable data that feeds back into the development cycle. It's a continuous loop of learning, refining, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. This approach, characterized by rapid prototyping and a willingness to embrace failure as a learning opportunity, well, it's propelled SpaceX to the forefront of space innovation. You could think of this latest test flight as a stepping stone, another chapter in the ongoing saga of Starship's development. While the uncontrolled spin of the upper stage was a stark reminder of the complexities and challenges inherent in spaceflight. The successful boost to recovery, while it reaffirmed the strides SpaceX has made in reusability, each test flight, with its inherent risks and rewards, brings us closer to a future where routine space travel is no longer a distant dream, but a tangible reality. This incident, while garnering significant attention, underscores the importance and perspective. SpaceX's approach is not about achieving instant perfection, but about continuous improvement through a cycle of trial and error. Each test flight, whether it ends in a spectacular landing or a fiery descent, contributes to the growing body of knowledge that informs the next iteration. It's a process that embraces both the triumphs and the setbacks, recognizing that each holds valuable lessons. And as we look towards the future, it's crucial to remember that SpaceX's ambitious plans extend far beyond simply reaching orbit. Starship is envisioned as a versatile platform capable of supporting a wide array of missions, from lunar exploration to Martian colonization. It represents a bold step towards making humanity a multiplanetary species, a goal that has captivated the imagination of dreamers and scientists for generations. So while this test flight might not have achieved all of its objectives, it's essential to view it within the broader context of SpaceX's long-term vision. Each launch, each test, each success, and each setback brings us one step closer to realizing that vision. It's a journey marked by audacious goals, relentless innovation, and an unwavering belief in the power of human ingenuity to push the boundaries of what's possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on our latest deep dives. What are your thoughts on SpaceX's ambitious plans and their approach to development? What does this latest test flight need for the future of space exploration? We invite you to share your perspectives in the comments below.